call that enough?
One lamp that works, one that doesn't. Two postcards left by the last people. The pool outside is the wrong shade of blue. A towel still damp on the floor. You've been reading the same paragraph for going on 4 days now. The kids have claimed the window overlooking the parking lot. Something went wrong with the television at 11. Has been slightly wrong since then. You found a brochure for the viewpoint and put it in your shoe. How long does it take to understand what you've been through? I keep taking inventory and coming up short. At checkout you returned the brochure to where you'd found it roughly. The pool was the wrong color and then the right one. And the half second before the car door closed. How long does it take to understand what you've been through? I keep taking inventory and coming up short.
The Wi-Fi reaches the parking lot, but stops at the door of your room. The screen keeps searching for something it could tell you. You keep trying for bars in a place that decided to be quiet. I keep calling you from the edge of the map's concern, from a town the algorithm hasn't found. You pick up half awake, and that is entirely enough. At 2 a.m. the temperature dropped 8 degrees in under an hour. A car passed and then passed again, slower. The stars kept their own record of the night, the way they always do, without consulting anyone. Distance is a form of intimacy. I've been learning this for years. You fall asleep while we're talking. I stay on the line another half hour, watching the signal number negotiate with the the dark. I keep calling you from the edge of the map's concern, from a town the algorithm hasn't found. You pick up half awake, and that is entirely enough. Draped on the fence post, 3 warning signs you walked past. The road marked the boundary of looking. You crossed it anyway. The rock underfoot was purple gray, still holding heat from the old.
Feet of layered sediment reads like a decade per hand width. The flood came, then the silence after the flood. than what fell from outside the atmosphere and left its signature in the shape of a question. I drove 3 days to stand here in the print of something older than language. A boy was filming the nothing at the center. His father called him back. The boy filmed anyway, the right choice by any measure. Grief doesn't end, it gets geology done to it. Layered, compacted, dated by whoever comes with the right instruments and the patience to read backward through what was deposited. He showed me where the meteorite was housed before they built the case and lit it from below. The glass was thick and temperature controlled, but the rock inside still knew exactly where it came from and the distance it covered to get here. The motel was the color of a peach that almost made it. The sign was in a font from a better decade. You wore the good dress to the gas station at the edge of the mapped world. Nobody commented, which felt like a form of recognition. Everything here is pastel and impossible. The grief comes in a nice color this time. I took 17 photographs and kept none, and that's one way of loving something. The boy astronomer won the blue ribbon, shook the colonel's hand, and then stood very still in the parking lot for most of the rest of the day. You know this feeling, being honored for something that goes on changing you. The light here has no opinion of itself. It lands on everything equally. The beautiful and the bewildering get the same amount of afternoon. Everything here is pastel and impossible. The grief comes in a nice color this time. I took 17 photographs and kept none, and that's one way of loving something. He carried the telescope in 3 sections, assembled at the designated site. The government had marked the viewing angle with orange stakes in the sand. His father's initials were scored into the leg of the tripod. He filled out the form with his good hand, the other trembling slightly. The judges were kind, which is worse than unkind. When you're 12 and it matters like weather, the blue ribbon said first place in a typeface that had no category for grief. Everything you discover was already there. The light left the source before you were born. You're just the first one standing here when it finally arrives. After the ceremony, the judges left. He stayed until the ranger asked him to go, then stayed a little after that. The sky acknowledged nothing. The thing in the sky kept moving, the way things keep moving when you need them to stop. Everything you discover was already there. The light left the source before you were born. You're just the first one standing here when it finally arrives. The photograph was taken in July of '55 by someone who did not know. They were photographing grief. They thought they were getting a man by a window and a child who had fallen asleep on the seat, understanding nothing about either. The photograph is still a room. You can walk into it if you know the door. The child is still asleep in there. The man is still mid-decision. We all got here from somewhere very far, and we are all still deciding. The archive is kept in a cedar building 3 miles from where it happened. A woman in a blue cardigan showed us the contact sheets, wearing cotton gloves. She held the negative up to the 4 p.m. light of that October, explaining nothing about what she was holding. Every decade has a face, and the face looks back through cedar smell and acetate. Through the October light you're standing in, which is also someone else's light now. The photograph is still a room. You can walk into it if you know the door. The child is still asleep in The man is still mid-decision. We all got here from somewhere very far, and we are all still deciding.
Thermometer in the vestibule read 209. I sat in the booth waiting for the thing they admitted in the government report without admitting anything directly. The language was doing enormous work in a very small room. I am the soft machine running on summer. You can't quite place. Every morning I lose something I can't name, and by evening it's gone and I feel fine. An inspector came back with his clipboard and 3 different answers. His badge reflected the sun directly into my left eye. I asked him to move, he apologized and didn't. The body is a radio, it catches everything and filters nothing. I stood in the flat heat and received whatever was being transmitted from the other end of the event. Without knowing, I was receiving. I am the soft machine running on summer. I am the frequency you can't quite place. Every morning I lose something I can't name, and by evening it's gone and I feel fine.
elected in '58, 4 years after the event. Worth marking. The text on the plaque is passive throughout. The crater formed, the site was designated. The event occurred as though the event had no author. Everything that stood here left a mark. The fire, the silt, the bodies that came after. We add ourselves to the long record, and the ground keeps all of it. My grandmother drove out from Flagstaff in '61. In a Studebaker she bought secondhand. There's a photograph of her at the fence, looking at what the fence was protecting. She is laughing in the photograph, which tells you something about what grief becomes. The decade has a texture, you can feel it in the hands. The warmth of a summer you were not present for still lives in the photographs of everyone who was. Everything that stood here left a mark. The fire, the silt, the bodies that came after.
physicists say is what happens at the edge of gravity. I say it also happens at the edge of feeling. The afternoon stretched like taffy, and I was pulled from both ends towards something too large to approach directly. Consciousness is a telescope facing inward. The resolution only grows with the quiet. I am 22 in July in the desert, and the sky is doing its bright, enormous job.
Single-spaced, 1-inch margins, forms for things that hadn't happened yet, and forms for things they hoped would never. The bureau man wore a laminated badge and read from the binder in a voice for binders, while the sky conducted its own business above him. When the actual thing shows up, everything you practiced doesn't practice this. They set up cones, then cones around the cones, then a tent for the man who manages cones. The children were the first ones through the barrier. Then the journalists, then the bureau man with his revised binder, and then the protocol was revised. I've been trained for ordinary crisis. This is not ordinary crisis. This is the kind with no binder, and I have been standing here. Doesn't practice this.
The light here behaves like museum light. It makes each thing significant and slightly formal. The rock is a rock and also an artifact. You are looking at it and also being observed by the same source. Everything today is museum light. Something placed each thing deliberately. I want to stay inside this arrangement. I want to remember who is standing here. A woman in a 1955 photograph was looking at this same angle of light. She didn't know she was writing to this exact you, standing here decades later, illuminated by whatever she stood in. There is an art to witnessing, and you were practicing it right here in the pastel middle of things, where everything that happened looks like it was meant. Everything today is museum light. Something placed each thing deliberately. I want to stay inside this arrangement. I want to remember who is standing here.
Icarus was not the myth about flying. He was the myth about what happens when you arrive somewhere you weren't designed for, and for a moment the air holds you, and the warmth from below is pleasant before it suddenly isn't. The visitor was always us, arriving from somewhere we misname as home. Every crater is a question we already asked before we knew how to ask it. Prometheus, Penelope, the boy with the telescope, all making the same choice, which is not a mistake. It is what you do when you arrive somewhere that asks you who you'll be inside it. The myth names the thing so you can survive the thing. The landing site is already sacred before the ritual remembers to begin. The visitor was always us, arriving from somewhere we misname as home. Every crater is a question we already asked before we knew how to ask it.
Motel at 4:47. Before the coffee was done, the sky was pink and committed to nothing. 600 miles to anywhere but here. The radio found a station for 11 seconds and made up its mind. I'm not running from anything I can name. The road goes further than I'd counted on. I follow it the way you follow a song. You know you're never gonna find again. Eggs at an Exxon outside of Holbrook. A woman with a horse trailer asked, was I going out to see the thing? I said I hadn't heard about the thing. She pointed somewhere above the truck stop roof, which was committed to the same pink nothing. The high desert is not indifferent, it is watching. You just mistake the scale of the attention. I'm not running from anything I can name. The road goes further than I'd counted on. I follow it the way you follow a song. You know you're never gonna find again. And again.
exactly as you'd left it. The plan had made it through. You sat with your jacket still on for longer than you meant. The wonder doesn't follow you home, it stays where you found it. You bring back only the shape of where it used to be. In the week after, things kept having weight. The coffee cup, the chair you always use. Tuesday traffic was exactly Tuesday traffic, but you moved through it like someone who had recently stood somewhere that doesn't have a Tuesday. You can't go back to before you knew. That's not one of the available options. You keep the photograph and let the photograph do the knowing. The wonder doesn't follow you home, it stays where you found it. You bring back only the shape of where it used to be.